It did. I think it did. Hey everyone! I already see we have some people joining up. I'm gonna do a couple of minute waits. First of all, because I'll try to be on time, so I will have a reason to actually go on time. And second of all, I think that's kind of a good thing, just to give some people time. Next time, I'm probably gonna install a timer as well, because I want to go 5 minutes before we start. But hello, my name is Cata. I'm a student and I would say community overseer of the Animation School Club's community on Discord. So for those who are new, surprisingly, because usually this is like the I think most of the people who are here and watch me usually go to our practices as well. Hey, nice to see you. Basically, yeah, today we're gonna finish up the green smoke. We're gonna color it up since I cleaned up the red on my own time. And if we have any time extra, we're also gonna do another smoke that I'm not showing here right now because it's not as impressive. Hi, and we're gonna go probably for either like hour and a half or maybe 2 hours if we're feeling really adventurous. So yeah, I think I'm so happy. I think I'm finally getting to a stage where I can not call it finished, but I can finally go to a place where I can be a little bit satisfied with what I did and move on to the next thing. And while we have the probably the most amount of people who have the most amount of attention span, I also wanted to talk about the stuff I mentioned in the Discord message I had. Basically, I was reviewing all of my stuff from 2023 and I liked all of the works, but I thought they were very short term, except for this assignment that I'm doing on for like 3 or 4 weeks. That's part of a bigger project. I decided it would be very fun if we could do bigger projects step by step on stream like these. And basically, some of you who are in the stream, like on the Discord more often and hear me talk and yap more often, you probably know that I have these two characters who I've been kind of kept very dear to my heart. I like him very much. A vampire and a knight. I want to change the designs again, but the thing is, I found a really cool like 40 seconds of music that I would like to use. I would like to make like a fan video of, and also I have these like two lovely characters who I've been developing for quite some time, and I think she's especially like pretty. The knight not so much. They're not the focus of the story, I feel in my eyes. But basically, I think it would be fun if I could take you through the whole process. We would start with creating a storyboard based on the music. I probably won't be able to show the music on stream, but we're probably going to use like an instrumental or something, or like a cover. Then from the storyboard, we're going to go into character design. We're going to refine what we have right now, because some stuff looks really cool, especially I think the knight is very threatening, but I don't think they're very good animation-wise. I think it would be very much of a struggle to animate something like that. And she also has like a pretty bulky silhouette I think we need to play around with. So I think we can work on these character designs after in the future, and after we have the storyboard, the character designs, all of it, we can finally go into animation. So I already prepared a basic storyboard I want to use, and I want to go through the whole process again. I want to feel myself doing all of the references. There's going to be like pretty easy shots, and there's going to be one very complicated shot I want to do, and I think it's going to be very interesting. There's like a whole like camera movement, and it's like a POV view from like a specific object, so it's going to be really unique, really interesting. And I think the whole, like all of the footage will be around 35 seconds. So not a lot. And most of the shots are pretty easy. I think if you know how to rig, I think they would be even faster. But I'll try doing it in 2D animation. But nothing, I'm saying nothing against rigs. Actually, I've been thinking of studying Mojo for a really long while because I have complicated designs I really want to animate. But I've been always kind of stopping myself because I can't put too many details on the character. It would be a nightmare to animate. So this would be a good opportunity to try something more complicated than just rough drawings, and you would be able to see the whole process. Maybe on, in the long term, we can even give the shots out to people who want to try animating them. So it could be a more of a collaborative project, and maybe if our mentors would be kind enough to me, maybe they'll give some kind of feedback on what could you make better in terms of like storyboarding, character design, like all of the stuff. Won't like have probably a full review. That would be maybe a bit too much for them, from them to ask. They're pretty busy people, but maybe just a couple of words, and we can just base our next sessions based on what they say to us. So this is what I want to do in the future. This is the best chance to say me, no, Katie, let's stick to usually do. But yeah. I think in 2024, I think I want to make something more complicated. And I think bringing you on this journey, no matter how much there is of you, I think it's still kind of a valuable experience. Plus, I think I'll try to base my process, I will base it on the course short film creation that I went through, I guess you can say 2 times, because I worked as I was designing characters and animating characters and everything, and I've been through the traditional 2D animation part. And also, I've recently had an amazing opportunity that this is the amazing opportunity to be a part of the VFX team. So today we're gonna do as usual. I'm kind of just sharing my plans for the future. And I'm leaving it at the very, very beginning so people who want to see what I'm talking about, they can like go straight at it. But from here on out, I'm just gonna do this amazing stuff. And also, I wanted to talk not only character design storyboards, I think we can also do, for example, shots like these. This was from another project that I abandoned because it was a bit too complicated and a bit too much for me to handle alone. And I'm kind of over the song. I don't listen to it anymore. Like, I would get like phases where I would listen to one track for like 3 weeks straight, and this is the best time to do any kind of brainstorming and everything. And I got like the characters, I got the story, I got like everything, I think like in a couple of weeks, and then poof, the light went out. So I want to also try and keep myself accountable because I'm very much a person who does something on a whim, and then I'm just stuck with so many unfinished projects that I can't show anything good in my portfolio, no matter how much potential they have. I think finishing something would be an accomplishment of its own. But yeah, without any further ado, this is, I think, all I wanted to talk about in terms of plans for the future. And we'll stick to the amazing opportunity, the swirl I'm doing for like second month, I think. Maybe it was third. But I think we're closer to the end. So while you weren't here, I don't remember where we stopped on the last session. But basically, I cleaned the smoke. I made the shapes a lot easier. Plus, the smoke is going to be in 2 colors. So I try to make stuff that would basically combine all of the different colors. So there won't be like huge blotches of darker or lighter color. We also have a smoke on the outside that I've also fixed, in some places cleaned, and as you can see, I added little bubbles that are coming from behind the smoke. Since the smoke is going to be just one color completed, I think it would be cool to add some extra details because I got a very interesting feedback on smoke and how smoke moves. As you can probably see on top over there, I have a very good reference, and you could see that even in the reference, and I didn't catch that well enough. When smoke moves, it's not like one piece of like air bubble, for example, or something. It's just a bunch of little particles going all together. So even if the smoke is gonna go forward, there's gonna be pieces that are gonna go from the front, and then they're gonna lose some inertia, and they're gonna basically peel off. So the smoke would go like this. And since redoing the whole animation would be a bit too complicated, I've decided I can add some counter movement bubbles to just kind of imitate the silhouette of clouds of dust going backward. And I think I cleaned most of the stuff here already. I think I just need to go over some bubbles because there's like especially some flickering here. You'll see it. Choop, 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 choop. And then we're gonna just color it, like put one whole color over the whole thing and see if there's something we didn't notice because there's so much detail in some of the corners that we're not losing any arcs. So yeah, I think without any further ado, again, if you have any questions, everything like as usual. If you have any questions, about the school, about what I'm doing, about why I'm here even, or you just want to say hi, like some people said already in the chat, you can just say hi. I'm gonna be mostly doing this. Oh, and also another thing. I finally figured out the companion app. And it's like super good. It's like a separate pad I could use that you can set up fully yourself. I have these like special symbols over here. You can see them, but basically all of these are the actions I've designed myself through the quick action tool. And now I can just do this. If I want to go back a couple of frames, I'm just clicking on my phone. If I want to go forward, I'm going forward. I think I can also do this, but it's not as useful for me, so I don't use it. I mainly go for my little personal actions. So now I have a little pad to allow me to flip quickly. So I won. And also, if you want like a special, I don't know, practice room or 5-Minute Friday where I kind of explain how I work in Clip Studio Paint, how I animate, are there like any shortcuts I'm using, what's the logic, because it's pretty different from TV Paint, I'd say, and from different like animation apps in general. And also it allows so much texture and like just basically it has so many functions that I think it's just would be really cool to kind of talk about Clip Studio Paint. As you noticed, I'm a Clip Studio Paint evangelist. I knock on every artist's door. I'm not even being paid for it. I pay for like a full license. What kind of magic is that? Magic of Clip Studio Paint, baby! And you can do anything you want to. I can turn onion skin on and off, but you can't see it because it's too light. I can also click on play stop if I want to feel extra fancy. And basically whatever you want to do. I also set up 2 buttons to paint easier, but now I've realized I've programmed them wrong, and instead of picking a color I need, it just remembered that I picked like a deep red last time I drew something. So now every time I pick color, it just gives me this deep red. So I'm gonna use it. I don't want to redo the command again. It was hard enough to set it up as is. Well, I mean hard. Compared to like programming or making like a full add-on from scratch, this is incredibly easy. But I haven't done any of that stuff. That's too complicated for me. So, yep. We're gonna lean a little bit. Lean some of the bubbles off. No, I don't want to proceed. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the main thing what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add more blubbers. And we'll see where it goes. It's not even Bluetooth. It's basically you buy one license that you're using, and you can download Clip Studio Paint for phones because they have like a mobile version as well. And in the mobile version, without putting any like license activations, you just log in through your account and you scan a special QR code, and they basically do it like through their own server. You don't even need, I think, the same Wi-Fi network to work. Hello from India! Hello! Sending big hellos. Actually, we had like a very cool guy from India. His name is Rohit Kelkar, and he works in Cartoon Saloon. And he did reviews for some of our students. The graduates. Just kind of remember the guy. I remember that I'm still, we're still kind of keeping in touch. So I think we had the session pretty long time ago. Maybe 3 months ago? Also, if you notice the music, this is absolutely what my brain sounds all of the time. So if I log out, that means... not log out in terms of like lose connection, but if my brain just like stops working, that's what's going inside. Also, this music sounds like I'm working a graveyard shift on like a gas station. And I'm gonna delete this one. I don't really like the little bubble over here. I think one is enough. Yes, he did. And he worked on the recent feature of Cartoon Saloon, My Father's Dragon. Oh, I'm deleting this one. And you know what's interesting? Rohit basically he didn't found us. We invited him through our other graduate who also works in Cartoon Saloon. So go figure. That's a bop. I agree. The whole playlist is a bop. I wonder if I'll get like copyrighted. Because I'm not sure where's the music from. So hopefully if I yell loud enough, they won't be able to register it. Yeah, it does sound like music from Co-op Cozy Games. Oop, someone asked, are you using TV Paint? Here I come. I'm opening up like my little suitcase and there's like Clip Studio Paint. I've used TV Paint for my 2D animation course, the traditional animation one. But then I stopped using animation software on my computer and now I'm using an iPad. That's why I can do this really easily. And yeah, it's Clip Studio Paint. I like it because it also can support a lot of stuff, depending on how much stuff you're actually putting in. It's not good for compositing, but it's good for like doing animations in general. It doesn't have some of the functions of TV Paint, but at the same time, if you want to just start out without doing any big purchases, this is a good place to kind of start. For very complicated animation, I would still prefer TV Paint because it's just better and it's much more lighter than Clip Studio is. But yeah, forgot about what I was talking about. Looked at the bubbles a little too long. Oh yeah. In the beginning, I talked about the two flickering things over here, and I forgot about them. 5 minutes later. I also, in other news, turns out all of the My Little Pony like Friendship is Magic episodes are on YouTube for free. I think Hasbro like uploaded them because I don't know, they don't know what to do with the property anymore because Netflix they only have the first season. And on YouTube you can find I think up to 4th or 5th season and some episodes from like even later ones that are probably still like on TV. And I've been binge watching them. I'm doing the dishes, I'm watching My Little Pony. I'm cooking, I'm watching My Little Pony. I'm animating, I'm watching My Little Pony. I'm back in 2012. Let me out. Like I'm also saying like let me out, like someone put me there. This is completely my decision. Watching ponies for the whole day while doing any other chore. Heaven. I'm just being very dramatic. Are there any shows you were obsessed with? My husband, he really liked the Gummy Bear show. I don't know if you know that the one. It's basically was like in the 90s, I think, and it was like a little kingdom of bears, and it had like an evil guy who always tried to steal them. And I remember watching them, but it never really clicked with me as much as like pony stuff did. But yeah. I tried watching the new pony show, the one they made in 3D, and I kind of liked the movie. It was okay. It was a little bit less, it had less of a punch. Of course I understand it's made for younger audiences, because when I started watching My Little Pony, I was like 11. So I was definitely the target demographic. But now looking at the episodes, like I thought I just outgrew them. But watching the seasons, like season 1, 2, 3, and 4, the like what they call like the golden age, it's very fun if you're an adult. Like there's so much stuff I didn't catch when I was younger. And it wasn't even like kind of dirty jokes or anything. It was just smart, complicated jokes for adults as well. And the new show, it kind of doesn't have, I wouldn't say it doesn't have the punch, but it was definitely wasn't made for like parents of the kids in mind. It was made for like cute, fuzzy stuff, but I don't feel it has kind of the same charm the original had. Also, probably another another gripe I have with the new pony show, even though I really like the 3D, I think the style of the new ponies, they were made for movie kind of adaptations. It's made for like movie productions. It's not even for like TV. The amount of textures they put, an amount of textures they kind of relied on, I think, as part of the character, a part of the design, was a bit, I wouldn't say too much. It was like, I'm not judging. I would probably made it 6 times worse. But I feel that Lauren Faust, when she was initially creating designs for the characters, she precisely understood how they will work in the production. You know, like they were very 2D. They had a lot of sharp shapes. The silhouettes were very interesting, even though they all had the same pony base because they were supposed to. All of the little details they could fit in, they would be part of like the bigger design. And now looking at the new ponies, for example, like Sunny, the main character, she is a pony, I guess. Nothing tells about like her. Well, I mean, you could say like the wiped hair back and like a braid on the side tells something me about how like she's adventurous or something, but nothing speaks clearer like than anything like designs like Fluttershy or Pinkie Pie, where they had very distinct silhouettes because of their manes, and each part of the design kind of spoke to that main idea they were supposed to represent, and then they build the characters on top of that visual representation and kind of break some of the stereotypes. I don't know. But the show has all of the rights to exist, to be where it is right now, I think. It wasn't made for me. Like, it's a little bit of a shame that it doesn't have, like, the same charm it didn't have before. But you can't walk into the same river 2 times, so... And what's interesting, people are so on the nose of like trying to be original and stuff. But I remember in my childhood when I finished like a cool game or watched like a cool show, I was like, man, I wish it would be like could watch like the same show, but it would be just like a little bit different. Maybe we can have like one different character, but like, can I have the same thing just over? Cata character design nerd, very much so. I wish I was better at this, because I'm very good at like pointing stuff that's wrong, but I would say I'm If they gave me, that's why I don't want to like diss, especially on the person who created the original designs, because as I remember, as I read, the person who created the character designs for the new My Little Pony was like a fan of original My Little Pony, and they, I don't know their credentials, but they got very popular from drawing ponies in a very cute way. It was really, really popular. And I think no matter how much I appreciate, you know, involving the community in creating the show, I think you should also remember that professional character designs are made by professionals for a reason. Like, they work so well because the person had so many years of industry experience. They created, what do you call it, like the friend Ned's friend house. I forgot the exact name of the show, with the little guy who had like a head like this, and the Powerpuff Girls. Because I think just like, I'm happy for them, but I just wish there was someone who was like, and I think my biggest kind of sadness and regret about this comes from it's okay when the characters were 3D, right? Even when they switched to the TV show and didn't have as much resources for rendering and like texturing and all of that, they still did their best, even though the animation was kind of a little bit stiff, I think, even for my liking. But who am I to judge? I can't do anything in 3D. But when they switched to that 2D thing, like webisodes or something, the cracks weren't just like cracks, they were like trenches, you know? The character design was absolutely not thought out for 2D, and it makes me furious. I'm just... I should probably calm down. Yeah, I'm very serious about my pony shows. Also, I need to preface that I was a fan, as people say, that was the worst generation of My Little Pony. The one that's like with the the one that was in 2000s. A lot of people call it like the worst in terms of like world building and character study and everything. And I agree. It was created not only for like 12-year-old girls, it was created for like 5-year-old girls, just to put something on the TV so they won't like cry. But still, you know, at least they had like, well, maybe they had like an insane amount of charm for me as well. Who knows? Maybe there's like a 5-6-year-old kid who's watching the new My Little Pony and they're like, this is the best show ever. They deserve to have the show. I'm saying this so many times, so I kind of say it mostly to myself, to not get too much, to not get riled up over this. The show deserves to exist. It's more of a problem of it, I think, a different question. That no matter how much money like a company would have, if they don't hire the right people to run the show, it won't go really far. And with the constant, I mean, you've probably seen the news, the way people have been laid off wave by wave to make more like better pictures for the investors, so they had like more profit and less I don't know the exact terms, but basically they show like, oh, we had like 3 workers who did this whole movie. Look how little stuff we had to pay them. I think this is like the main crux. That's why they're laying off so many people. And also to hire new people who have less experience so they can pay them less. And this is, I think, kind of the result. Less charm. I wish there was not so many like rules on copyright infringement and anything like and stuff like that, because I wouldn't like just run like regular like radio music. I would show you like stuff artists I like really really much, but I can't show them because they have like a couple of licensors who are like really strict. They're not even that big. I've never seen like a TikTok video with like with their songs. Usually TikTok has like everything, every like big and small thing. Oh, also, I don't know if you sit on TikTok or not. Internet acting up today. Having to restart the page. It's okay. Also, have you seen like the big UMG scandal with TikTok? Basically, TikTok uses like before they used unlicensed audio, and they were in like a big trouble for that. So then they started working with like music distributors, so they can have like artist music legally for the users to create audios and like do stuff with. And basically, Universal Megacorp, I don't know what's their full name, but basically they call themselves UMG. They were not a fan of how little royalties they get, because TikTok is a streaming service and stuff. And they basically pulled all of the music that was licensed by UMG. And that's like a lot. That a lot of like, I wouldn't say classical music, but a lot of like old, like TikTok music has gone. Big and small artists. I think the people who suffered the most, I think, is the small like artists who used to promote all of their music through TikTok, even though their distributors are UMG, and that's what the only way they got like views, shares, and royalties as well from streaming, because they kind of got it out through TikTok. And I think they've suffered the most because their boss basically said, "We don't want your music on the app." And they don't do any alternatives for them to promote the music. And I've seen some of the artists went a very genius way, and they've decided to create some music for TikTok that's not going to be licensed by anyone, and it's going to be their personal kind of stuff that they're just going to post for the people. I think it's a very interesting development that's happening. Because when you have someone as big and as influential for the whole app kind of drop and create such a big, I wouldn't say power vacuum, but there's no power over it. But just it created like a lot of space for all of the like smaller artists to get a chance. You actually have no idea how much new music I've saved after UMG left, because now I get a lot more independent artists on my feed because someone has to make the music for the kids. So what else you want me to yap about? Or I'll figure something myself. Yeah, keep up with the young kids. TikTok has been like such a time waster for me, but it's like so fun. I usually discover like cool people, music, artists, stuff through TikTok. I just wish it wasn't such a time waster. I even for a while I had like parental block on it, and my husband knew the code. But as in young child fashion, I figured out the code on the first day I tried to crack it. And I've used it like in secret for a while, and then I like came out to my husband. I was like, I know the code. I've been watching TikTok this whole time. It's very tough to be a creator these days. The internet is not made for creators. It's not made for quality. It's made for quantity. And for quantity and for rage bait. Two things that the internet is made for these days. If you're not producing a good amount of rage from the viewers, then you mean you have to do something like daily. To get enough people watching. Or be insanely good. I've seen a couple of YouTube artists, especially there's this one, I forgot his name, but he does stuff on world building. And he's insanely good. He started from scratch. He just decided he wants to do like YouTube videos. And I mean, he's insanely good. He creates like this very specific magic system. I've seen a couple of videos of him because I don't get to catch up that often. I see sometimes a new video, but I don't have time to watch it. And he basically explains how he does world building. And he's like insanely good. Maybe he like worked in the industry or something. But you could tell he has like a lot of experience in that. And he doesn't need to raise bait or do stuff like super often. Even though he tries to. Yeah. Either be super good, super rage baity. Also, it's always very frustrating to think about your content and like what you post in terms of entertainment for people. It's not only your labor you have to put in the drawing, for example, or animation. It also has to be engaging for other people to interact, you know? So they would like get you likes and shares and everything. Very frustrating. And this is the last. Yeah, I don't think I really want to add any extra bubbles or anything. Maybe only on. Oh, here. It's annoying. Sorry. That was very without any context. Annoyed was saying, yeah, that's annoying. I've seen directors working on Disney say that time and spacing are important in animation. Am I right? I would say yeah. Any animation is makes or breaks due to timing and spacing. Spacing is just what's happening in between your frames, I guess. I mean, you're completely right. Do you need me to elaborate more? I think a very good way. Oh, you can watch. You can go to in our YouTube channel. We have workshops, and in workshops we had like a recent workshops we created in beginning of January, I think, and it was just about like timing and spacing and stuff. Plus, I've created a couple of 5 Minute Friday episodes where I was doing the assignment for the workshop, and then after we got like feedback, I've fixed the stuff. I think I'm not gonna look for it because I don't want to show you my files. Because no, you spoke. You were absolutely okay. You're absolutely okay. But if you want a better explanation that I can give, you can go to our workshops and find the timing and spacing one, because I think it will be very beneficial for you. You can also try doing the exercise yourself and see how well you do. Plus, I already have like, what, 4 hours of me doing it? 4 or 5 hours? So you'll basically have like a work buddy. No, no crash courses, nothing from me. I just took the channel as a hostage. Sometimes I forget I've installed a pad and that I bragged about it on stream. I just go to my old habit. Here comes my brain music. Ooh. Do you think that's too much? I don't know if you looked what I was doing. I did like... Maybe it's a bit... Yeah, maybe that's... I love the sound bit that goes like... Oh, 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 oh. There was again. I wonder what's it called. I got spooked by a Discord notification. Who goes there? Show yourself, fiend. There we go. I think it's better. So a little demonstration on timing and spacing. Here I'm trying my best. That's how I'm gonna put it. I'm trying my best creating kind of slow out for the cloud. I want the cloud to basically move like really, really slowly. So I'm trying to make the spacing a bit more logical. So I want to create the space in between the images, like smaller and smaller and smaller. This is too much. And this will be practically non-existent. Hey Ace, how's it going? All good? By the way, for the people who are watching right now, are there any projects you want to do in 2024? Oh, oof. I don't know if you saw it. I need to fix something really quickly. But, in terms of, yeah. Basically, do you want to do anything in 2024? Do you want to like do some kind of animated project, or you're planning to get your reel, maybe send it out somewhere, or maybe you are planning to start the courses, maybe like not on February, but on June. Also, gotta point out that the courses in June, because I don't know if you're noticed, but stuff is getting like expensive, and we're kind of trying to move the prices as much as possible. Well, I'm not in charge of it. I'm just getting the news that on June, I think the prices are going to get higher. So this is like the best time to kind of stick on the course if you wanted to. But I don't think the charge up is going to be very, very big. But it's going to be bigger. Or like every month, it's going to drop a little more. No, not drop. It's going to raise. Would you consider me a good salesman? I worked for 3, almost 4 years in retail. Look where it got me. Would you consider joining the school? Well, at least here I'm completely enjoying my time. The thing that I thought I needed to change really quickly ASAP doesn't look as important now. Do you see any stuff I need to change before I actually start like putting a solid color over this? Sorry. Remember when I talked about the brain fart? Oh, oops. Ooh, what is that? Do you see it? 1, 2. No, I'll turn off the onion skin so it would be visible. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is it? It's like a little bug. Hello, please. Or like a fish. Or a butt. With the 2 legs. Or like a bottom of a lemon. That's also. I'm such a silly, goofy mood today, huh? Can't help it. By the way, all of the stuff I'm working, this is mostly for me to put like a pretty shot into like my non-existent reel. Stuff that I'm working on here is not going to be visible in the final cut. The lighting is going to be different. Can I give a quick tip for animating dust? Yes. As much as I can. What do you want? You can just like type in. Or if it's too hard to type in, you can always hop into the Discord server. Sometimes, if I'm in a good mood and I have resources, I try to help with different stuff. Usually either like animation or maybe like character design. We had this person who brought like a really cute design of a character. It was like a little bit more anime and stuff. I, with my knowledge, with it, like what I have in store, I kind of gave a little feedback on how to make like a pretty silhouette. Nothing big, but it was fun. I think I have even images somewhere, but I think you can find the original images somewhere in Post Your Art, I think. Oh. I thought it's gonna be like the funny sound. Okay. Oh well. I just want to finish this. I'm probably such in a good mood and I'm feeling this is slowly coming to a close. It's Pokemon music. I have no idea. And it's probably going to be copyrighted if it's Nintendo. Yep. I found this playlist as silly cat music for silly cat people. It's exactly how it's called. I think I can even like show it up for like a little second. There it is. Get ready for a jump scare. Ah! Yes, I put all of my audios like that. Do I listen to music while animating? Yeah. As I stated before, I watch My Little Pony when I animate. Music, usually yes. I listen to, there's this cool guy, his name is Isao Tomita. He does electronic, well, he did. He passed away, sadly. He passed away some time ago. So it's not like it's not like news. But he did really interesting electronic music. He also did like covers for classical music as well. And he's really, really good. Also, I listen to ambient stuff. Mainly something either like pumping, like workout music, because it gets you energized and you kind of feel you need to work, or something ambient, maybe something more on the complicated side, because when I animate, I need something happening to my brain to, you know, like there's like one part of the brain that's trying to focus. The front. So this is my head. This is the ear, the glasses, the little eyes and everything. And this is my head. So the front part of my brain, it knows it needs to work. And it's like very actively working on stuff I need to. And there's the back part of the brain who doesn't really do anything. It's just there. And sometimes it gets really, really whiny. So I need to put some kind of complicated EDM ambient music. There's this kind of genre. It's not a real genre, but I define a lot of music that way. Like abstract storytelling. When you listen to music and they use all of the instruments and all of the stuff, basically creating a story for them. It could be like, music is a very abstract form of art, so anything like a story isn't exactly like, oh, there's like a deer prancing and I kind of imagine it, even though there's some songs that are more literal. I'd say what I was talking about, just complicated. Animator brain scheme. Well, I think, who said I forgot. I would probably be, if there was like an animator's like country or martial law, I would probably be punished right now that I forgot the name of the guy who did the Princess and the Cobbler. Yep, I don't remember the name. I want to say something like Robin. No, I'm not gonna say anything because I'm gonna be wrong. And there's like this funny quote from him that he's like, "I'm not smart enough to do like more than one thing at a time." So I think for better concentration, probably you shouldn't like listen to music or like watch movies. But I already said I'm watching TikTok. I have like a portion of my brain that has rotted off and needs constant entertainment. So you win some, you lose some. Okay. Oh, we've been a solid hour at this. Well, I've been talking more than actually doing something. But I think I cleaned some of the stuff. We can actually start coloring it. And there's like a lot of stuff to color. So I'm probably going to talk even more. Because now I don't have to think about the arcs and spacing and stuff. Ouch. There we go. Let me get some stabilize. Yep, there we go. Here we go. Oh, I don't know if you can even see the... Yeah. So at least it will be a little bit visible. Gotta check. Nope. I'm leaving the borders very open to interpretation. Because I think the work area is probably going to be somewhere like right here. That's going to be the size of the final shot. So I'm probably free to do anything I want after my personal border. For a little coffee. There we go. Sorry, heard someone yelling. That's probably too much. Also, I'm being very precise, but it's also gonna be so blurry. It's probably gonna look like something like this, I think. Like this. So like very, very precise details are also gonna be lost, but I want to make it as good as I can. Did you notice I didn't say as good as possible? What's the difference between those? Oh, nothing. Cool. Well, technically between these. I'm just gonna stick to the line. There we go. Also, I'm probably gonna do thing 2 so I won't drive myself completely crazy. I just want to make it like barely visible. So I won't focus that much on the... This music is from an anime, right? I wonder what. I wonder what anime. Is... I don't know. I don't know that. The music is very familiar. It's from some kind of comedy series. Oh, I don't remember the name. There was this one show about the high school girls, and there was like this one very smart but very gullible character. She was like really young, skipped a couple of grades, and she has like 2 ponytails. I don't remember the anime because there's like a meme. It was like, I forgot their names, but she's like, "Oh, look at the ceiling!" And it says like gullible, and she's like, "Oh wow, there's stuff on the ceiling!" And she gets shot in the back of the head because she's like gullible. It was easy to make her like... It's very hard to explain the meme if you don't see it. But the comedic timing is like usually golden. Did I put these in? Wait, no. What? Where is this from? Hey, oops. Oops. That is a problem. I'm sorry, I just got distracted because my dog. Also, I'm hiccuping, but my dog just woke up. Woke up and she was like very confused. We had like really bad rain yesterday and today morning, and she's not a fan of rains. So I guess waking up and seeing that there's finally sunlight outside, you can probably tell because of the background. If you click onto beginning of the stream, you'd probably see that it was like a lot darker. Maybe she's just like me. Oh, there's nothing to stress anymore about. Well, gotta find a new thing to stress about now. So she's picking a topic. Also, interesting. I'm in a very, very yappy mood, so you can just maybe mute me if you don't want to listen to me. I mean, if there are people like that, 4 of you. I'm looking for a good place to get my dog, like, groomed, cleaned, and stuff. And usually we went to this one nice lady, but she is on vacation until March. So we're looking for a new place to at least get her, like, clean and stuff. And there was this one place that had like a lot of pictures on social media and stuff like that. And my dog, she's very shy, so usually I help. Usually if she needs to get cleaned, I'm the second person who is gonna stand there, hold her, who's gonna like hold her paws, or like basically do anything regarding her like front part of the body, because she's very scared, and scared dogs are prone to doing dumb stuff, from jumping out of the bath to biting someone, and I don't want all of that stress, so it's better for me to be like around the dog. So she'll feel safer, I'll feel safer that she didn't bite anyone, or she didn't like try to do anything weird like jumping out of the bath or like making extra inconveniences for the workers. And I found this really good place, and they had like very cute photos of all of the animals and stuff who they cleaned. And then I'm like, hey, I need to explain, my dog is very shy. Can I have her like with me? Can I be there to like hold her? I can like provide help if she needs like to turn her, to do anything like with her. They just said no. And it got me very surprised. Like, I get it if it was like, no, actually, I don't get it. I don't get why you wouldn't allow like people who know how to handle an animal best. Why wouldn't they allow like have them around for the cleaning? It's not an operation where you need to have very big brains and you need to be very clean. It's just like shampoo on the fur and stuff. And it got me even like a little bit suspicious. Like, why wouldn't you? Of course, people could say like it's space issue, but I've seen people who not have space. There's only like space for one person nearby the bath, and we still, when I asked like, can I stay with you so you could like, so we can take care of the dog easier, people would usually be like, oh yeah. I usually ask owners to do that. We usually don't allow people to leave if it's their first time or whatever. So it was just a little bit surprising to hear this kind of no the first time. But I'll just find a different place where I can do this. My old lady, she has enough stress already. I have a watcher count in the corner of my screen. And usually when I start talking, like, people just log off. That's right, that's how it's gonna go. As long as I'm taking this YouTube channel hostage. Not like I was I'm gonna keep yapping. Or maybe it's the repetitive music. I mean, going for 2 hours while having music only for 34 minutes can be an issue for some people. Not for me. I like to listen to stuff over and over and over and over until it gets so repetitive. It's... Why did I do this? Just do some cleanup. More of a cut up. Have I read the Animator Survival Kit book? I have. I think copied a couple of exercises out of there. I like it. I think it's a good starting book, even though I think for me it has a couple of problematic aspects. They're not big, nothing to like cancel the book for, but just like be wary. It was written a long time ago and with a very specific mindset. So some stuff might be a little bit off key. I'm specifically talking about one part where he talks about walk cycles and how... I'm not going to go into it further. I don't want to, like... I want to keep it... I wouldn't say, like, light on the stream, but it's just, like... If you want to read it, like, about that specific piece... there's enough info. And there's, like, a couple of pieces here and there that I don't really like. But I think, in terms of, like, lessons... solid. Other book that I usually recommend to everyone who wants to try, for example, special effects animation. It's Elemental Magic by Joseph Gillard, a very talented, also Disney animator, and his lessons are very, very easy to understand, though he kind of tackles very complicated topics. Sorry, the original question was, have I read? I did. I probably talk so much here because I feel the need to compensate the community aspect we have on Discord. What is this? Oh. Is the book enough to learn animation on your own? As someone who didn't learn animation on their own, can't tell. I think you can start out by doing stuff from the survival kit. And then if you kind of understand that it's something you like to do and it's something you feel I wouldn't say like is calling you, but doing animation, if you're like animating, it's gonna be boring. Doing like this over and over for like 6 hours in a row. Though this looks fun. Yeah, if you... As a start, yeah, I think... To fully learn animation, usually I'm the person who is really good at... I'm very bad at learning on my own. So I can set up goals for myself, but I rarely like really complete it and like really take it seriously. Unless I feel accountable in front of an audience, like here. That's why I told about my plans for the vampire stuff. That's gonna be like more of a long-term thing, because I finally want to get it out, so I can finally feel that I need to do it now since I talked about it. And I'm doing very well when I have stuff on the line I'm losing. For example, that happened with the animation courses here. When I started, I really liked animation my whole life, but I never really animated as much. We didn't have any courses. Do you know like boring stuff? I don't know why. Same. uh, I think it's boring and not boring at the same time because you can just go to a different part of the animation and kind of work on it a little bit. So you can always kind of make some room if you want to work on some new stuff, but still progress on the piece overall. Forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, I'm kind of not really that great on studying on my own. So I always need either like company or, as I said, like something to lose. For example, if I tell some people like online that I'm gonna do something, it's gonna be like the price of shame of not doing it. And in terms of courses, I kind of had like mental note for myself that I already paid for them. So if I'm not gonna do anything, and if I'm not gonna show anything, I'm gonna lose like this amount of money into the air. And that's actually a very good motivator, turns out, when there's stuff on the line. Because then I feel... it's probably not a good tactic. Kind of... I feel guilty. And the guilt drives me forward. Yeah, and the guilt basically like drives me forward doing stuff and get me better. So I would say doing anything in like... So I think the book wouldn't be enough on my own for me to learn. Plus on courses and like when you talk with people, it doesn't have to be courses specifically. I'm just using courses as a specific thing because it's an animation school. So I think it's not like even like a plug. I'm just telling you as it is. There's like really good courses that I finished. But also having someone who's more knowledgeable, who has more experience, and who sees your mistakes better than you do. I think that's also very important in terms of growth. So, can you make the next vid on lip sync? I animated, but it looks unnatural. I could, you know what? We can actually, let me put it down. Because we were thinking what workshops we could do. Not related to anything, but your hair is so awesome, yo! Oh, thank you! It took like 11 hours to put it in. You can probably see on the streams I had the hair before. And on the bottom, it's like blue. And on the top, it's orange. And it's also blue. All blue. It was my design, actually. There's this guy who I like going... Oh, wait. Because I'm very interested what people need in terms of workshops and stuff. And even I can do a video on lip sync, like I can explain the mouth shapes and stuff like that. But I think what would be even better if I talk to some of the mentors and maybe someone would be willing to have like a full-blown workshop about it. So I've put it down. I will remember it. I also love doing like thumbnails. This is another project I'm gonna be doing. My head. I love doing storyboards on... Where am I going out of topic? If you're talking why I'm rambling so much, because it's my brain. It's like that. But if... I don't know what you mean by that question. Or you're asking like why I can't get a topic? Like why can't I talk on the topic like that? And for the first time in her life, he was left speechless. Ah, okay. 500. Focus. 0. And if you want me personally to do it, sure. We could probably organize it. We usually do workshops that way. We have first part of the workshop where we do some kind of specific like animation. Then we have like a couple of weeks off. A couple of weeks to do the assignment, for example, to do some kind of lip sync or something, for example. And then we can come back with the mentor again, and they could give like feedback to submissions. I think this is kind of the best way to do it because people get like some extra feedback and learning. But I'm sure if you want me to do that, I'll do it. Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna stay for like half an hour and then I'm gonna leave. Usually I end at this time, but I'm kind of having a good time. I want to stay for a little while. Oh, great and mindful Katie. Staying here for just a little while. Oh, anything for the serfs. Anything for the serfs. What advice will you give if I want to become a good animator? Practice. Reference and practice. Stuff I don't do. With reference and practice. Find good references, use the references, and then practice. And I think that's most people, that's mostly like the starting blocks for success, I'd say. Most of the people who are really good at animating, usually when you ask how much you practice, they're like, too much, man. You shouldn't pull yourself like that much, but regular, scheduled practice that you're ready to give without like overbearing yourself if you have other things to do, and finding good reference and maybe like copying sometimes. Copying like good animations for yourself. Of course, not like don't copy an animation that someone made with like no repost, no copy. Reference isn't cheating. Of course it isn't. Reference is like life. Same was with like I was just talking about copying other people animations. Wait. Just let me put like numbers. I need to the story and the animator. Reference is learning, and also copying other animations for yourself is also learning, because by copying how other people like animate or do stuff, how they do breakdowns, how they do like process stuff. For example, watching how people like do animations as well, from like keyframes to the breakdowns to the roughs, I think is also very important. People get this idea of being cheating, like, it sometimes happens. I think people, sometimes I think it happens because sometimes people just trace, copy something, upload it, and even if like copying something is a vital part of learning, people don't put in the tags or anything, get all of the credit because they, people think the animation's so good, even though that's not their personal skill that got them like all of the compliments and stuff. And I think that initial kind of conflict of interest grew into tracing is cheating, reference is cheating, But I think sometimes like copying is good. That's how masters study. I also have to note, like, just straight up tracing and putting like bucket tool all over as coloring, yeah, it won't really do you much. But if you try studying, understanding the logic behind what is happening, for example, if you're looking at animation and you're watching it like spacing, I think if you kind of really think about it, how everything's like, what is the logic? What is the meaning? Why did he decide to make such small spacing here and big spacing there? I think it's learning. If you're just like taking a picture, drawing over it like on a separate layer, and then just coloring with a bucket tool and like nothing else, nothing brain related to it, then it's not gonna give much. Okay, I'm done with the reference. I'm going back to the hair. There's this cool hairdresser. He calls him like a hair designer. And a couple of my friends went to him, and I really wanted to have like my own designs on my hair. So I basically wrote to him. I did like a little drawing. Like I did it like a drawing on an iPad. I took a photo of it on my phone, and I was like, "Can you do this on me?" And he was like, "I'll try my best." And yeah, understood, ma'am. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and basically that's how he started doing my hair. Then I came to the hair again, and now I'm developing a new design I want to do. This one I called it like fire because it was supposed to be. It was dark red initially, then there were like orange pieces in the middle, and then there's like blue on the bottom. I wanted to create something on the colors like orange and blue. They're pretty much, I wouldn't say opposites on the color wheel because the color wheel isn't really accurate in terms of colors, but they're very complementary colors, and I wanted some cool shades under something like bright as this. It doesn't look like the initial image I had in mind, but we have this kind of thing because I don't understand how hair works. I just slap on color, and he basically works around it as much as he can. I already have a design for new hair. I'm gonna call it like Bloody Owlbear or something. It's just gonna be also like bright. And I'm gonna do like, you know how feathers, they have like stripes like these? I'm gonna do a bunch of hair that's gonna look like feathers. And then I'm gonna make the ends over here bloody red. So it looks like I've been eating like raw carcass. I don't know how to explain it. The best image would be, the best kind of vibe I'm going for is from Princess Mononoke when she's like taking out the poison from the wolf's kind of system, and she's like taking like blood and spitting it out, and she has like all blood over her face. I'm gonna do like the red ends everywhere over here, while very bright stripy kind of feathery hair is gonna be like everywhere else. So something less colorful but kind of very complicated in terms of color. Ooh, there, I'm done talking about everything. Here comes the next question. Also, I'm drinking like this and leaving the cup a couple of seconds because when I drink, I need to, like a hamster, I need to put it in my ear and into my cheek, and then I have to swallow it. It's anti-poison detection. Thank you. I'm very flattered you like it. Also, I started doing this regularly because I started appearing on camera way more often. So now I have a reason to like have cool hair. So people can give me compliments. the only downside to all of these like colorful hair, and I only do my hair like once 4 months. I try to do designs that are gonna stay for a while. For example, all of my hair designs, they have my natural color here. When it grows out, I can just put my hair down because you probably see I did it a month ago, and I want to keep the kind of cool design going as much as possible. So I usually leave all of my roots the original color so it can just grow out. Hope you like the music because it's gonna go for 15 more minutes. I will be the best animator in the world. Kudos. I'm gonna watch you. Are you on the Discord server? Like, I'm saying it like straight to you, Ace. Go to the Discord server, join us, and then send me all of the animations you did. All of them. We're gonna watch your progress. I'm gonna log it. But if we're being serious for a minute, I think the Discord practices, especially like because they happen like every week, I think they're very good for building habits. That's like the main reason for all of the practices. I usually try to make useful for myself. So like figure drawing is very useful for me because I get to study anatomy. And practice room and 5-Minute Friday is also useful because they keep me on a schedule. Like I have to create something on Friday, so that's why on like Thursday I have to create something. I have to like prepare something beforehand, and so on and so forth. So I think if I can't give that much knowledge, I can at least get you like a reason to have a schedule. And I can't wait. And you know how cool it would be if you, and not if, when you become like a super best animator in the world. You know how much kudos I will get that you started on my server? So, get on it. Same goes to everyone else who's watching this. If you aren't on the YouTube channel, on the Discord server, you're missing out. Because on the Discord server, we usually discuss the upcoming workshops. We do figure drawing together. We do, what else we do? We share art. Also, our amazing and super helpful Air or Annoyed helps in the 2D section, in the help section. Not necessarily 2D, but mostly we get 2D questions. So I think it's logical. So even if there's like a little trouble with the software, you can always hop into our little support section. Do you have any tips on how to speed up the animation process? No. I've been doing this shot for like 2 months, so. People say a good way to speed up the animation process is to be smart about it, I think. To, like, create the key poses first and like orient, but usually I'm the person who would create all of the key poses. I would start doing the breakdowns, and once I do the breakdowns, I don't like the key poses. I change the key poses, the breakdown doesn't work. I change the breakdowns again, and like it's just a process. People do it like on a line. I do it like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until I like it. So I can't give any advice. I submitted. Same. I wish all of my ideas and works in progress were, you know, if they could be like done. I went through the special effects course, and I have a lot of beautiful unfinished animations of like electricity, smoke, fire, and stuff like that. And I just didn't have the time to finish it. And I wish I did. Maybe I'll finish it on some of the Friday stuff. But with my plans on, what do you call it? Forgot the word. With my plans on creating the more complicated animation, I'm probably gonna finish them next year, maybe. Who knows? Wish I could duplicate myself, so the other me would do like clean up and stuff. Okay, there we go. You have joined the Discord server. Congratulations. We're gonna be best friends forever. Yeah, so in terms of Discord, what we do, you can go and check our events. So the one's going right now is 5 Minute Friday, of course. Or I think it has ended like maybe 30 minutes ago, because we usually end earlier. Do you know Tonika Pantoja? Actually, Tonika Pantoja was our, not a mentor, but he came to one of our graduate streams where we get people from the industry to give feedback. So if you dig far enough, you can find where like his personal like feedback session with our students. So yes, I don't know him personally, but he was featured in our school. Oh, true. Yeah, Annoyed saying, if you want to speed it up, keep consistent with the process and know where you can cheat, like copy-paste lines where appropriate, paste and squash, or you feel like, and so on. I also agree. This is true, especially there was a time I did special effects like animations. I did a couple of like little guys where I basically did all of the animations and all of the subtle movements I did through transforms like these. Oh, it won't load quickly enough. But basically through transforms. That's also a way to do it. You know what you can do? I can't find it right now, but also in our graduate reviews, graduate streams, we had this one guy who was known for doing very, very fast. He was very, very fast in doing his animations. He would give like an insane amount of footage per month. And he also shared his like tips and tricks. I don't remember the exact name, but I think he was just before Rohit Kalkar. So you can find him. I'm not sure what he worked on. Maybe also Cartoon Saloon? But not sure. But yeah. I'm telling you, the graduate reviews are like a chest full of like gold nuggets of knowledge. I'm just lucky I get to host it and I get to translate it because I get to keep my attention 100% on what these smart people are saying. I'm forced to learn. Oh, I'm watching it upside down. I do try to duplicate frames with a few tweaks. It's an insanely good shortcut, I agree, but sometimes it feels so frozen and stiff. I know what you mean. When people copy and paste sometimes images, I don't know what it is, but my brain can differentiate when someone's doing very close drawings. Can you type the name, please? I'll look for it. Give me a minute. Sorry. I think this is also a good opportunity to drink some coffee. I'll let the animation play first. So at least we'll have something to look at. Well, I'll look for him because we have like 8 minutes left. I wanna show the name first. Wait, don't text anything. That's why I need... wait, let me find the thing. You go to our YouTube channel. You go to our playlist. And in the playlist, we have... Oh, you can actually watch my short film as well. It's on the cover. It's Cat Cafe. There it is. Animation feedback. Animation feedback. Please open. Please open. Okay, there it is. Yes. His name is Isaac Reg Isaac. I'll even share the link in the description. Not in the description, in the chat. There it is. And I think he's known for being very quick with his animations. And at some point, he shared... What do you call it? Where was it? Was it in? Wait, let me find the face. Because I remember him by face. Oh no, Reg is the guy who did... Yeah, no, it's not him. That's not Reg. But, as a little plug for myself, it was a review with me, your lovely Cata. So you can watch what I graduated with. Me was Alan Michaud. I'll share this link to the playlist as well. Yes, I found the guy. There we go. So the first one is with me, with my stuff and with a very cool guy. And the second link I'm sharing, maybe I'll delete the first one so you won't get confused. I think that would be better. What did I say? Yeah, and the second link, the one I shared, and now that's the one that is only available, is the animation feedback with Alan Michaud. And he shares the tips and tricks. I can even find like from where he starts sharing them, but he usually goes, he talks about a student's work, and then he shares like a fun bit. So I think it would be best if you watch through the whole thing. You know? Yeah. And I think I'll add the link to the playlist in the description. If people who are watching this are recording and for some reason can't access the chat, so they'll at least know where to look. Let me go back to my live stream. Okay, there I am. There we go. Amazing. We have about 4 minutes before I finish off. So I think maybe we can just spend time chatting. I can draw something quick for you if you want to. But I think I'm gonna just, in terms of like getting stuff finished, I think this is good. I talked more than animated today, but that's okay. A quick tip: practice boredom if you want to make animation interesting. Yep. I think being bored in general sometimes is very useful for you. Because when you're bored, you notice more stuff. Hi, Fuyu. How's it going? We're almost finished today. I'm sorry. But feel free to go through the chat and through the whole live stream. I talk a lot today. But yeah, basically today we cleaned up. There's multiple people in the room. I cleaned up some of the stuff I didn't like about the smoke. And I'm probably gonna just color it over in my own time. Because tomorrow, even though the course is over, we as students, we are gonna meet more. Maybe this week and the next week. Just so we can see how much progress we made during the week. So we won't feel that we can just, leave without finishing our shots for the movie. Yep. Good thing I made a good line art on the smoke in the middle, because I'll just have to like bucket tool it and it's gonna be done. The smoke on the outside has to be done manually like this, like I'm doing right now, because I used a very fuzzy brush that's not gonna go well if you're just gonna use like a bucket tool. Yeah. There's so many of you. We're ending in 2 minutes. Usually when I'm saying like we're ending and like the amount of like viewers drop to like 2 people. we Cata and the board of Catas behind me. Me and my 2 brains I talked about in the beginning. I was also for a while, in terms of like what shows I was obsessed. I don't know if you know, there was this like anime in 2000 called Shugakara. Chad did help me be distracted, but I asked for it. I literally put like a thing, come say hi in the chat, so. Thanks for the tips and tricks, Cata. You're welcome. I like doing like the big finger from... I think it adds like to it extra drama. Or something like that. That's a no. Nuh-uh. Oh, there we go. The viewers are slowly starting to leave. Yeah. I don't think I have anything else to add. Don't look at my sweaty armpits. But yeah. I think next time I'm gonna do stuff regarding the vampire short I'm gonna do. What time do you stream? Oh, it's 2 a.m. where you at? Oh, that's horrible. We usually stream. So it's 3 p.m. my time, and we usually start at 1. And so it's like what 16 UTS. You can always orient and see the local time for yourself in the events, because they're automatically programmed to see what's your computer time. Or you could orient yourself through UTS. It's like unified time? No, I don't know. Yeah. But if it's so late for you, maybe I can try doing some stuff that's gonna be earlier. Because I've heard some people were like, that it's too late for them to be a part of the activities. So maybe I'll make something either longer, so we'd have more time to kind of spend time with each other. Yay! Yep. Don't know what else to add. I kind of don't want to leave. I like the atmosphere we had today. The chat was like super active. Like I was on the Discord server. It was like such a struggle for me to go to YouTube. Also because like everything is recorded, so people can watch me be stupid in the recording. But also because it's not as collaborative as Discord is, because in the practice room, this is basically what I do in the practice room. I try to start animating something, and then I just talk and talk and talk while watching people actually do the stuff they're supposed to do. So this was very warmly familiar, and it feels really nice. But I'm probably gonna finish off for today with what I have. Yeah, don't know what else to, but again, thank you. Thank you for watching this online or a recording, because we get like 300 people sometimes watching my streams and a recording, which is crazy. 300 people more than I expected. When I'm lying, it's usually like 200, so I can brag. Sometimes it got up to 300. I'm not good at English, but I like your videos. It's nice chat with you because you're cute and friendly. Thank you. You're awake right now because you're finishing an animation. Same. I would usually like do all of my stuff, sit at like 6 p.m. It's like until it's 2 p.m. I'm not getting up. And I get up every 30 minutes to get myself a snack or something, so that doesn't really work. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you again. It's already 2 minutes past what I'm supposed to be, and I'm not animating for like 10 minutes. I'm just looking at the chat and waiting for new messages. Like, let's see if I get new comments. I think probably it's a good time to finish. So I've, in important stuff, cleaned the animation a little bit, talked a lot, and also I remember Ace, if you're even here, I have the message over here. So I'll ask if we can do a workshop on lip sync, but also, ooh, a secret, because some of y'all already left. You'll get a special secret because not a lot of people watch up to this point. We're gonna have super duper funny and easy workshop that I think you'd love to be a part of. It's basically, you don't require any drawing skills required, only timing and spacing is important. And it's basically gonna be based on one of the animations I did on 5 on Friday, like a long time ago. And if you want to look for it, it's the cowboy dog. The cow dog. If you go to the 5 Minute Friday sub channel, and if you scroll long enough, you'll see what I mean. But yeah, there's gonna be like a really, really fun workshop you can be a part of. And yeah, lip sync. Lip sync, definitely. We have a fun workshop already kind of planned. We already picked everyone out and stuff. But lip sync, I'll remember. I'll say the people are asking for lip sync. So, and we haven't covered lip sync, unlike timing and spacing. So I think it's gonna be pretty good if we're gonna do it. Yeah. Yep. I think if I'm gonna be here for even longer, I think I'm not gonna finish the stream at all. So I'm probably gonna switch to the end card. And if you like what we have here, I think Fuyu just wants to chat. Oh well. So hard to be so charismatic and cute and friendly. Ooh. I also just sometimes want to chat. Yeah. If you like what you see here, drop into the Discord channel. This is my behavior 24/7. So end card time now. Thank you so much. You've been so good to me today. Bye bye.